So, hello universe. Here at 11:18, I think. 11:18 on the 15th of December. Well, I'm pretty much sure I'm not going to take mushrooms tonight. It's getting a little late. And, well, I mean, I've kind of entered a new relationship. So, I want to take things slow. And I feel like maybe if I get into trippy mode tonight, I might be, I don't know, rushing into feelings of connection that aren't really there yet for me and myself and AT&T. Uh-oh, laundry sounds like it needs to be paused. So, when do you think you might be due for a new laundry machine? Or I'd say when the current one sounds a lot like that. Oh, comforter. You might be the last load ever done with the old Kenmore. She's never sounded that crappy. Okay, pause. Okay, well, I got 8 more minutes of that racket, so I guess we're going to have to pause and make a racket of our own. Hey, and if you make it over to Sprouts and you're looking for some holiday candy, don't shy away from this vegan reindeer gummy candy. It's green and red. The snowballs or snowflakes, whatever those are, suck. Well, they don't suck, but they're not good. So they're mediocre. But the gummy reindeer are great. Well, they're not great. They are good to very good. So give them a solid B+. Give the snowballs or snowflakes or whatever, give those a solid C-. Probably a D, if I'm being fair. But who's being fair these days, right? It's the holiday season. Ha! Fuck them all. Alright, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I'd be dead if I didn't have an aversion to pill popping. I'd be a cadaver in some probably mass grave if I had to guess. Gotta say, I've been doing a little cleaning out, and as I'm reorganizing the potpourri of sort of a la carte weed selection that's gotten all muddled up, so I don't really know what's what anymore. So I'm basically just throwing whatever into the chamber and letting her fire. And so far, with the 3 on the bedside table, plus those 3 on the headboard, plus this one, well, fuck, let's just say I'm pretty fucking high. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I don't know, I still might want to take mushrooms. It's hard to say. I mean, doesn't matter what time of day you take them. It's just, you don't want to be in some sort of chasing endurance run, but I'm not. But I also don't want to be keeping my neighbors up at 3 in the morning, and it's already 11:26. I probably should wait till tomorrow. But you got a mushroom burn that's hole in your pocket. Well, better to let that sucker get out and go down your gullet than burn up entirely. No, none of that's a concern. That's just how high I am. I'm trying to figure out the weed combination of how I am. Like, I am not ordering crab cakes from Baltimore, so that's good. I don't really even have any munchy tendency at all right now. But my brain is on fire! So, let's see if I can go stick that in the washing machine and make it feel a little better. Pause. Note to self. The really frilly, hot as fuck underneath down comforter is too much of a heavy-duty down comforter for the Kenmore heavy-duty washing machine. Note to self. Note to self. Can you freeze out Black Widows? Is that possible? More to the point. If the house is cold other than in one room, will all the Black Widows move into the warm room? Question mark? Pause. Haha. Guess he woke up for that Black Widow question, huh, Phoebe? What were we talking about? What about the warm room? Uh-oh. Laundry's changing over. Hold on, pause. So, I think, yeah, if I were just to whiteboard a few ideas for some Broadway plays, I would think man living in house infested by Black Widows, I mean, there's some dramatic tension right off the bat, right? Maybe scene 2 opens with a young woman sitting on a tuffet eating curds and whey, asking, oh, is it possible to be too friendly to the spider universe? And then the guy would say, I do think it's possible. And she'd say, who the fuck said that? No. Because then, like, the spider would be coming down and she'd be eating the curds and whey. Wait, am I ripping something else off right now? Hang on, that might not be a good play after all. And I was going to call it Little Miss Crustets. You know, like, she'd be eating, like, crusty curds or something. Crustets? Little Miss Crustets? So, this apparently isn't the funny weed. But you know what sport is built for fucking weed? Golf. Oh my God, I played all my best golf stoned out of my head. Especially around the greens. I mean, hitting the pipe from fucking tee to green was critical. If you want to break 75, right? I mean, if you want to shoot 83, then fuck it, get a cart. Practice your game from 100 yards in and smoke weed on the course, and anybody can break 80. Anybody! But breaking 70? Now you gotta have some fucking talent. And how many times did I break 70 when it counted? Exactly 3. 3. Plus probably 5 to 10 other rounds under 70 in my life. Should have let me smoke more golf in those official tournaments, huh? Smoke more golf, huh? I smoked the dumb vocabulary weed, darn it. So, B, when was the last time I had the glass pipe fucking remedy the situation? Can you remember? I mean, this is like back at the Ford Bronco at the fucking stadium parking lot before a goddamn light show. So that you can get fucking high enough to ask the girl that you're with if she'll make out with you. Which of course she will. You went to the show together, dipshit. You know who was another chick that could hold her smoke? Mel. Mel from McMenamins. Lake Oswego McMenamins. Mel was cool as fuck. I liked Mel. Mel partied like a dude. Literally until the fucking showers were turned on. But Mel was awesome. And she could hold her smoke. You know, Mel and Netta were in my life together. I mean, they were in my life at the same time. Frankly, in the same Lake Oswego McMenamins. And, goddamn, I liked partying with that group. That was quality people who partied intensely late into the morning. My kind of people. Pseudo-vampires. I don't want to get too far into this with the washing machine still doing all that racket stuff, so can we just agree about 8 minutes would be better for all of us? I'll be back. Unpause. Okay, I love how AAA sends me these membership registration and cards enclosed. Special new member package. Membership privileges for 2 drivers, including 1 for free. All you have to do is confirm your registration enclosed within 10 days, please, so that we can start charging your credit card. Oh, AAA. I mean, do they think that shit works? It must, right? It must work. People must actually go, oh, yeah, well, $59.95, what a bargain. Just sorting the mail, you know, doing the thing. 420. I was going to do the pause on pause thing, but I know this doesn't sync up for 420 because I've got like an earlier 444 recording. So we're closer to 9 minutes at this point. But trust me, in take 2, which this isn't take 2, it's just the first one got stopped because I went to the washing machine. That took too long. So instead of saying pause, it just turned into voice 7. Now we're on voice 8. And voice 8 will follow voice 7. But because voice 7 was 444 of its own, well, at this point we're almost to 10 minutes. So what does this mean? Well, it means I need a damn bong hit, right? Jeez. All the things. It always means you need a bong hit. Right? Okay, and I believe we're going to be ticking here onto the 10-minute mark right about now. Fatboy Slim. And so I could be wrong, because I'm wrong about a lot of shit. But in attempting for the first time ever to stitch together a future time consideration for the listener's experience, instead of throwing them off with all my time mistakies, well, how's it going 10 minutes and 20 seconds into this thing? Almost 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah! Can I add or what? I can add. I can add 10:30. Okay, but do I have a point? Do I have a point? Hang on, let me see if I do. Alright, I do have something actually I want to talk about. And that is repeat runs of your current life. What? Bullshit. Yeah, I know, it's fucking weird, right? And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not on one now, I've definitely been on them before. And so have you, so don't act all self-righteous like you haven't had to trip through the same life twice, because you got it all so perfect every time you come here. Why do you think you're still on Earth? Not because you're the superstar of the Galactic Council, I'll tell you that much. Hang on, pause, unpause. Alright, I can't find my scissors. They were right here. I hate when that happens. I brought them in here specifically to cut this core. Oh, there they are. Man, I should look harder sometimes. Pause. Okay, and don't think guy who can't find scissors is on the Galactic Council either. I'm not insinuating that I'm some sort of star zealot. None of us are. In fact, that really isn't even a pursuit. What is a pursuit, though, is doing people right. Simple as that. And in ways intended and unintended that you do people wrong, well, do it wrong enough, and zap, 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 back to this life you'll come. Exactly this life. You'll force feed yourself the part that you don't even want to go back through. The heartbreak at homecoming dance in junior year of high school. The lost letters box that disappeared in the move home from Seattle in a desperate move of packing mistake or post office mistake. Either way, the most important box of my life vanished. That will happen again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Right, coffee dog? Right. That one was gratuitous. I'll admit. So there are what? Karmic track of retribution and comeuppance that if you keep carving the same track over and over again for yourself without serving the ultimate comeuppance. Jiminy Christmas. Phoebe's got to calm down here for the recording to continue. You thought the washing machine was racket. Oh, listen to the labradoodle. Well, oh, really? This seems like a good time to walk through, and I'm going to do it fast because I've done it enough recently that y'all kind of know this already. But, okay, that's enough. Okay, let's see if this works. It's all me. It's all me, it's all me, it's all me. It's all me. And a hacking labradoodle. And a pissy kitty. But it's all us three. We're the trio of greatness. But we're also the trio of profanity. All of us swear up a storm. So, with no inhibitions do we come into these conversations. We're looking to share as much personal inspection and reflection as possible in a characteristic of organized flag planting, organized enough that I can reference it at some future date and see what growth I'm experiencing, whether that's forward, left, right, or in reverse. But because I'm only talking to myself, well, guess what? Really, I have no inhibitions. So don't let any kids, any grandmothers, any sensitive pterodactyls, is what I'm thinking. They shouldn't be listening. And if you're not into drug usage and talkage, like mushroomage, then don't participate even remotely 1 second further. I'm respectful with my analysis. I have a good attitude. I am a solutions-oriented dude. I am emotionally verklempt, so I cry a lot, and I speak slowly enough that you should up your speed. How's that for getting that shit done on the rapid? Huh? Harry Carey would be proud. Well, okay, Harry Carey maybe not, but I think Will Ferrell playing Harry Carey would be proud. If I were a hot dog, would you deep throat me? See, you don't want to fuck with copyright. Lesson learned. Okay, so back to running these lives. The weird thing about it is that, yes, especially at some of the higher levels, you can run multiple incarnations simultaneously. What do I mean by higher levels? I mean, if you're not here to figure out how to keep your dick in your pants, but are instead here to figure out how to transcend the communal relationship of love with your extended downtrodden, well then you might be running 4 versions of that second sequence at the highest level to experience the communal love of fulfillment that comes with something that meaningful. But learning to stay committed to your ex-girlfriends? Yeah, that's not exactly soul-splitting material. In fact, I think my cheating ways prove that I'm a pretty young and fucking knuckleheaded soul. And by young, I don't mean young in the system. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean young in the system. I don't mean that I'm more youthful than others. I'm saying I have the work of a teenager still to go. Whereas most of you are probably working at least a graduate school, if not somewhere in your ARP years, kind of, soul wisdom. Me? Nope. I'm still banging my head against my sock. For today's grammar lesson, we're going to France again. We're going to go with double entendre. I don't know. Running the multiple soul thing simultaneously. I mean, God forbid that's what Lily really is, but if she is my, V5 fucking soul incarnation, well, I don't have any memory of the recollection of the soul. I have the memory of coming back to myself, but that's just connecting with the you that's behind. Connecting with another soul that had the same experience concurrently? No. I have no memory of that. I know it happens, but I wonder if you're not sentenced to it. Like, I wonder if everybody who's really trying just skips through to the next life. I can't see a whole lot of reason for repeat versions of the same life. Unless you're just dastardly, doing horrible things. Maybe. Maybe then. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Shit. Yeah. Well, being an expert in this sort of stuff, I'd say maybe. Alright, so add that to the list of shit to try to figure out. Why are there people recycling the same life? Multiple times. Not just a couple times, but like double digits. That feels a little put upon. A little Superman keeps recycling the same goddamn story-ish. Know what I mean? Not well either. Like, not very well. But, I mean, I'm only talking about Hollywood Superman. I haven't read the comic book since I was a kid, so I don't really know what the hell's going on there. Although I did pick up the Red Sun series, I just never actually opened it. Does anybody give a shit about that? No. Why did I tell you that? Because nobody gives a shit. That's the point. Nobody gives a shit. And because nobody gives a shit, I get to say whatever I want about whatever I think, about whatever I'm feeling in the moment. And having seen it just cross over 15.0, well, I should choke on something, shouldn't I? Like the aforementioned hot dog? Eh? No. I've never deep-throated anything, nor do I want to. But, nor do I want anybody else to. Let's throw that down for a second. Okay, let's finish dirty. I am not a fan of degrading sexual activity from a partner. I am not a fan of throwing it in somebody's ass. Nor do I like shoving someone's fucking back of their head against my cock while it's hard and they're on their knees. The old fucking a mannequin thing? No. And I guess it's face fucking a mannequin, right? I don't even really like blowjobs because I think they're a little degrading for the other person involved. Now, I love to eat snatch. I shouldn't have called it snatch because when I eat it, I don't think of it as such. In fact, I'm not going to give it a name other than the response you can get from women if you're willing to work at learning how to give cunnilingus, its official medical name, is worth the reward. So maybe that's what sucking dick is like. God, I hope not. I mean, God, I hope so. Because otherwise, it just looks like a bridge too far for somebody I care about to actually go through. And then I'm not a fan to the point that it just is not sexually even exciting for me. More often than not, it'll turn me soft. So, there you go. How about that being a topic I never, ever thought would be discussed here?